welcome back to a brand new episode. Today, we've got a friend from, what do you call it, across the border, Singapore. Guys, give it up to Bernard Dinata.
What's up?
Oh yeah, or you may know him better as Lullaboy. Okay, so Bernard or Bernard, before we start, just want to make it clear.
That's a great question. It's gotten me into a lot of drama before because in Singapore, people call me Bernard. And I was like, that's not how they used to call me when I was in America, because that's where I was born.
Right.
So in the US, it's Bernard.
Bernard.
And then, but you know what? Whatever you want to call me, you can call me.
No, it sounds better, Bernard. Like, you know, I think I'll stick to Bernard.
Yeah.
Okay, Bernard?
I was telling them just now that it's like, I feel like it's like an old man's name, and it's in the US, there's like Bernie Sanders.
Oh my
and
gosh.
Like, you know, so like, where are the cool people who are named Bernard? And I have
he's sitting next to me. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Thank you.
Anyway, so guys, to those of you who are listening, right? Lullaboy, he literally just arrived in KL, fresh from the airport, and he is here like an hour after you landed.
Yeah, no, like directly.
Oh my gosh.
I landed, got a grab, brought my luggage over here in the studio.
And your instrument, is that a guitar?
Yeah, my guitar.
Yeah. Thanks so much for making time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. It's such a pleasure. You know, I always see this place like online.
Yeah.
And you never get to see what's on the other side. So it's a special feeling.
Amazing. And we would love to get to know you. I think your song has been on repeat on the radio, on my Spotify, and very recently, I just want to say congratulations on being Singapore's top 5 local artist of the year, 2023. Oh my gosh. How did that make you feel?
It's surreal.
Yeah?
Because I remember when I was like, I kind of grew up as a foreigner, I guess, in Singapore. And, you know, coming from America, I talked like this. And I went to a local school, and then people were like, why do you talk like that? And it took me a long time to kind of find my place. And I was always wondering, will I ever be able to be accepted by the music industry, you know, in Singapore? And after all these years, somehow things just finally clicked. And now I get to represent the country that I love so much. And yeah, I'm really thankful.
Amazing, amazing. We do have quite a lot of Singaporean listeners.
Nice.
So I'm sure you guys know who Lullaboy is, but to those of you who may not know, like you're hearing his name for the first time, but I promise you, you may have actually heard his songs before. But before we get into his music, Bernard, could you tell us a little bit about your background? I think I do this with all my guests. I feel like to know you now, we need to know you before you became Lullaboy, right? And you mentioned before, just now, that you're not actually from Singapore, but your name doesn't sound Singaporean, neither does it sound American. So where are you from?
So my family is from Indonesia. Okay. We're Indonesian Chinese. And I guess I was born in LA.
Right.
And I spent like the first 6 years of my life over there. And one day my family just uprooted me from everything that I knew, and we all moved to Singapore. So I've been in Singapore from like first grade, primary 1, all the way until I did the army. And yeah. So
technically you're Singaporean.
Yeah.
Right.
Currently still a PR, but hopefully soon.
PR also have to go army.
They gave me a choice. Like if I wanted to maintain the PR status, I would have to do it. But I'm super glad that I did.
Yeah. How was the experience like?
It was, it really shaped the course of my life. Some people, like I've heard different people have different reactions to like their time in the army. Yeah. But for me, I was in the music department.
What?
Yeah. So before that, I was just playing in school, playing in church, and I was almost like a hobby musician, you know?
Yeah.
But because of the army, I was doing music every single day for 2 years.
No way.
And that led me to be like, okay, this is what I want for the rest of my life.
I didn't know you have music department in army.
Yeah, a lot of people are quite shocked about that. But we...
How does that work?
Yeah.
So you play music for everyone every day? Like, I'm sorry if this sounds like a stupid question, but I think you need to break it down.
No, it's a great question.
You need to break it down for us.
Yeah, we did music for like all of the recruits when they're done with their basic training, and they all just want to party and they just want to have a nice time. So they would call us in and we would give them this big concert.
What?
And it would be lit. Those bald recruits, they're so lit. And I can say that because I was bald once too. Yeah, so I did the training for like 3 months, and then we moved on to becoming like performers and entertainers. And whenever there's like government events or like national stuff, they would also call us to do.
Hey, this is so awesome. I feel like there is something for everyone, because I think not everyone is into the physical aspects of being in an army.
Yeah.
But do you still have to go through it too?
I did for a while. But huge respect to all those people who can just like basically live in the jungle and do their thing, you know? Wow, all my respect to them.
So you technically didn't have to do that because you're...
Only for a little bit.
Right.
For 3 months. But some people have to do it for 2 years.
Yes.
And, so somehow everything works out, and I was in the right place.
No wonder they say Singaporean men made different. Hey.
What? I've never heard that before, but
I just made it up. Anyway, okay, I think we're gonna have to dive deep into all the things that you do. I don't know where to start, but let's start with your childhood.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go deep, okay?
She said it with such an ominous nature, but okay, yes.
Yeah, what was your childhood like, and what is young Bernard like?
I think I grew up with so many different cultures. It was America, which already has like a ton of cultures, right? And then I was in an Indonesian family, but we also kind of spoke Chinese in the house too. And then growing up in Singapore. So I was just like always going through this wave and just seeing where life would take me. And it was kind of hard to find my identity, like who I was.
Yeah.
But that's where music came in, because music is just, it was a way for me to express how I felt and to connect with other people who like the same kind of music too. So I started off as a music lover before I became a musician myself. And it's, ever since I was like 13 when I got my heart broken for the first time. I'm not going to call you out. It was a way for me to just feel like everything's going to be okay.
Yeah. That was like your outlet, like your safe space.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely too young to get in a relationship or anything. Yeah, 13 years old. Are you kidding
Don't worry,
me?
mine's 14. It's not that far out.
And ever since then, I've always been close with my family. We've always been like a tight-knit community. It's just me, my brother, and my parents in our immediate. But then we have a gigantic like external family. And yeah, family has always been important to me. Friends. I grew up in church as well. That's where I kind of learned to play all the instruments, and so
you're on a worship team.
I was. I still am, actually.
Still am.
Not a lot of people know, but
wow.
I still am, and it helps keep me grounded.
I mean, that's so awesome. I'm a Christian myself too, and I have a lot of friends who are on the worship team who are also performers and actual artists in real life.
Really?
It's like actually still keeping grounded, still serving God, and not forgetting where you come from. I think that's so important.
Yeah, I would love to meet them, because I thought I'm one of few, and I'm like, who
not
can
a lot
I talk to
not
about
a lot
this?
God lah.
Right? It's it's. I guess there only are a few.
You guys are the special ones.
I gotta find them and
I'm so sure there are people like that. So if you're one of them, or if you know someone like them,
hit me up. We'll form a community.
Lullaboy on Instagram. And speaking of music, I think you've got a very, very interesting background that we need to talk about. You've got your degree in Berkeley, which is insane.
She's done her digging.
Oh yeah, of course. See, big deal, big deal. I don't know if you guys heard that sound effect outside, but someone just slammed the door, affirming that Berkeley is a freaking huge deal. But don't worry, we've got something else to top this later. But yeah, how was pursuing a degree in Berkeley? Like, I think there's a dream for a lot of it's a dream for a lot of people.
Yeah, I didn't know that I wanted to go there at first. I was still like trying to discover like what I wanted in life, and because of that, I never opened my kind of like audition time schedule, because I was like scared and I didn't want to do it. I was like a bit wishy-washy, and when I opened it, I realized that I was 1 day late.
Oh my gosh.
And the audition was like 10 minutes from my house.
Wait a second. So to audition to get into Berkeley?
Yeah, they have auditions all around the world. And they were having one in Singapore. And I had missed it.
Oh my
and
God.
in that moment, I felt my heart just sink. And that's how I knew, oh shoot, I think this is the school for me.
Oh.
Because you don't really know what you got till it's gone, right? And so I was like panicking, but I found the next place to audition, which happened to be in London.
You flew all the way?
I flew just to do it, yes. But it was a nice trip. It was a nice...
yeah, of course.
Yeah,
London
London's
is always
amazing.
nice. Always nice.
And it was also... I wonder if it played to my favor because I was the only Asian boy there.
Right, so you stood out.
Yeah.
Wow. God's
Even
plan.
before opening my mouth. But it went well. And I'm
Amazing.
thankful I got through, and that set like the next 4 years of my life.
Whoa.
So I moved to Boston, where Berkeley is.
Yes.
From hot Singapore to icy, cold, snowy Boston, and living by myself for the first time, learning how to wash dishes. Just kidding, we use dishwashers in America. And yeah, do laundry and just like learn how to be by myself. And that was really interesting. And
amazing.
the school itself was a really special place where everybody likes the same thing. We're all pursuing something similar together.
Yeah.
And yeah, I met so many good people there that have helped define who I am today.
So do you think these people or your journey in Berkeley shaped your music that you're doing today?
They did, because we have to learn so many different genres and just explore and analyze. And I think it helped make me a more well-rounded musician. But to be honest, you really don't have to go to music school in order to pursue a life of music. I think nowadays everything's online. You just need to type and you can learn everything. But what was really special about Berkeley was the community and the friends. I learned a lot from my friends.
And what else do you learn? Like, what kind of genre is not for you that you try? Like, oh, this is not for me.
Classical.
Oh, really?
Classical was so hard. Oh man, I should have continued those piano lessons when I was a kid, but I begged my mom to force me to let me quit. And yeah, that was a mistake because when I got to Berkeley, I was like falling behind because I'm like a pop guy, and I was one of the few who was kind of like against the grain, and I started this like pop community with my friends, and we helped with that pop Billboard Hot 100 club.
Wow.
Yeah, and yeah, so classical, not for me.
Well, do you need to learn all musical instruments to get into Berkeley?
No, you just need to audition with one.
Right.
And for me, I auditioned with voice.
Wow.
Yeah. Thankfully, it's like the easiest instrument, right?
But not everyone has it.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
people were amazing. I think the number one was there was a lot of guitarists, drummers, pianists, and of course like singers. But yeah, everybody was focused on one thing and also willing to learn other things too.
Amazing. I have to talk about this because I was told that you interned in YG Entertainment.
Yeah.
What? Guys, for context, those of you who don't know what YG Entertainment is, they are a record label in South Korea that basically created Blackpink, Big Bang, 21.
I see you like the classics. Okay.
I mean, I quite like Blackpink. I think they're so cool. Jennie, Lisa is cool. But like, I've never been into K-pop until recently because I was in radio.
Yes,
that was
I
when,
know.
you know, they first planted the seeds. I kept playing their songs over and over again and I started like singing along to it and I actually enjoy it.
Oh.
So anyway, tell me, what was the experience like interning in YG? How did that happen from Berkeley to YG? I mean, you got to walk us through that.
Yeah, it was, I think it was my second year of school. It was in 2018. And I had this opportunity because I knew somebody and they were like, hey, give me your music. I have a chance to kind of show this to YG. And at that moment, I had this thumb drive. And in that thumb drive was like all the music. And this was like my only shot. Just so... to all the musicians, please have like your music at hand because you never know what kind of doors could open. And YG received that file and they were like, okay, we would love to like have him as an intern. So I packed my stuff. I took a break from school for like 1 semester and I went to Korea alone again, completely new, another new place. And I was studying Korean in the morning and then in the afternoon I would go to the office and I would do my internship. Yeah.
So can you speak Korean now?
I completely forgot. I was really good at one point of time. I could survive and like impress all the old ladies. And, but yeah, now it's like if you don't practice, you kind of like it slips from your mind.
I mean, not even a short sentence. What can you?
할 수 있어? 할 수 있어요?
Well, what does it mean? You can? Oh, yeah. Okay. I want to say tampok, but that's Hokkien. No. Okay, so like, what was the experience like interning there? And like, at the time, which group was the most active?
I remember when I was interning, that was when Doo 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 came out, you know? And they were like, boom, like topping the charts. So it was such a crazy experience. I think I learned so much from being there. I learned about what it takes to make those stars, you know? And it takes a whole team, constant hard work, perseverance, and just, I guess, belief and a good company.
Yeah.
I learned about the behind the scenes stuff, even all the way down to merch and even like promotion, like advertising.
How do you sell a song and sell the artist?
Yeah, and I was like, oh man, it's more than I thought. You know, music is a really big picture thing. As much as we want to think that it's just about making a song and putting it out, like there's so much more that goes into it. And I think that prepared me mentally for what was going to happen next.
Right. I can only imagine. I think you had such a great foundation to start your own music, right?
Yeah, long way to go to, I still look at them for inspiration. I want to be like those artists from YG, those producers. But I have something to strive for now.
I mean, I love it. I mean, having a goal in life is so important. Like keeps you going and helps you have a direction in life. And I think that's so important because a lot of people tend to feel lost at many junctures of their life. But having a goal that you really strive towards just keeps you grounded, right? I think it's time to talk about your songs. Your music. I have been playing them on repeat on my drive home, to work, to the gym.
Wow.
I love it. I may have contributed many streams to all the million streams you're currently having.
Can
I just shout out to you,
thank
like, just tell you guys a bit of context. Someone like you has more than 35 million streams on Spotify. Life with You, which is your latest.
Yes.
More than 3 million. We're talking about millions. And then Shortcut to Heaven, which was your debut. More than 13 million.
Crazy.
How does it feel?
Crazy.
From your YouTube covers back in the days to this?
Oh, man.
Like,
I remember having 30 subscribers on YouTube and I was so happy.
Yeah.
Just being able to share my music and having people listen, it was a big deal for me, and it still is till this day. I always look back and remember those times. But yeah, I'm honored. I'm blessed. It's something that has always been a dream, and now I get to kind of live that dream every day. So I'm thankful.
I love that. Can we talk about one of your songs? Maybe Someone Like You first?
Sure.
Because the latest one is the sequel to that, right?
Yes.
I couldn't stop listening to it. The lyrics, oh my God, it hits so hard. I think I need to say it out. I think part of the lyric was, I could never understand how someone like you would love somebody like me.很痛欸. And then this other lyric says, I don't know why you put me first. Introduced me to my worth. Showed me how to love myself, made me feel like there's somebody else. I'm gonna cry, but can you break it down for us?
Did I write that?
I know. Who wrote that? Who is that guy? I want to meet him.
Oh man, yeah. It was in Boston in a bedroom, and I was just trying to just be honest. And it's just a guitar, a voice, and sometimes that's what makes like the most raw songs.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to do so well. It was never something that was on the top of my mind, like,
Right.
oh, let's write a hit.
Yeah.
It's just like, let's just write a song that means something to me and hopefully means something to other people as well. Yeah, it's a love song.
Were you heartbroken at a time?
No, I was in love. Yeah,
Ooh.
but it was a form of love that I feel like not a lot of people talk about, which is like, you're so happy in a relationship, but at the same time, there's a little bit of fear because something could go wrong. And it's almost like, what do I do to deserve someone like you? And there's like happiness and sadness at the same time. And I wonder if that's what people vibe with when it comes to that song.
I think the beauty about your songs really is the fact that you speak all our minds. You speak exactly how we feel, almost on the daily, but nobody really talks about it. But you put it into such a beautiful song, the melody, I'm like, oh gosh. Anyway, it's like one of my favorite songs. Sorry. Overdo it. I really love it. I really do. I'm like into love songs lately.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think it's a genre that can never go old.
Right,
Like,
a
it's
universal, timeless thing.
Everybody goes through love at some point of their lives. So who is this person that inspired this song?
Yeah, it's the same person I'm still with. It's my fiance,
Oh.
and she was secret for a long time. And then this year, you know, after releasing the sequel to Someone Like You,
Yeah.
because that's like my proposal song. So I was like, you know, why am I like hiding this? Like, I need to tell people the truth because that's what I'm about. That's what my music's about. So it wouldn't feel right if I don't talk about this.
For sure.
And she was happy to be talked about as well, even though she's like a shy person.
Yeah.
But yeah, now everybody knows, and we're still happily together. And she's been a lot of the inspiration for a lot of the songs that I write.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you so much.
I know, like, so Someone Like You was the first one. The sequel is Life With You.
Yeah.
And you recently also released an acoustic version with Raisa, right? I'm still not over the first one, Someone Like You, but like, let's talk about the sequel. So at what point did you realize that you needed a sequel and it has to be, it was going to be a proposal song? Like how did that come about?
Wow. It was just a natural process of things. I think love grows and relationships grow.
Yeah.
I realized that being worried and scared and insecure about, am I good enough for you? You know, that kind of thing. It's a waste of time and it's a waste of life. And what's most important is we all only have one life to live. So might as well just dive in and not be scared and just get ready to live the rest of your life with that person that makes you happy. So that's how Life With You came about. It's like shedding the insecurities. Yeah.
Are you a hopeless romantic?
Yeah, I am a hopeless romantic, but things have been going well, and so I've kind of shifted that and changed it to hopeful romantic.
Oh, I love that.
And I hope that everybody is the same too. You know, I want to convert all the hopeless romantics to become more hopeful.
Speaking of which, well, I heard this conversation while we were not rolling the camera that you also flew in all the way to KL to help some people propose.
Oh yeah.
Can we like get into that before we get into your proposal? Like, are you nervous? Like, what's going to happen?
Yeah, I'm quite nervous.
We can talk about it only because this will be aired after it happens.
Yeah. So it's happening tomorrow.
Ooh.
One of the reasons why I'm flying to Malaysia is to do this, where
Amazing.
I'm like surprising a couple and helping them propose. And I've never done it before.
So you're using your proposal song for their proposal?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like doing like a surprise performance for them, and the craziest thing is I just heard today that it's the girl proposing to the guy.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
I'm like, whoa, how is this gonna turn out? This is really interesting, and
so cool.
it's like a movie right now. I don't know what's gonna happen next.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I need to find out. Please update me.
We will take a lot of videos and show the behind the scenes.
Please do.
and-
So the girl is okay. So you're a guy and you propose to your fiance, right?
Yes.
But what are your thoughts about the woman proposing first, your other half proposing first, would you have been okay, or would it bruise your ego? Be honest with me. Don't give me PR answers, okay?
It would bruise my ego so badly because I'm the kind of guy who would plan it for so long. And imagine if I'm planning the proposal for like a year and then she gets there first. Oh my, I don't even know how I would feel. So I'm really praying that this guy just
doesn't know.
Has no clue, hasn't begun planning, but knows that he wants to marry her.
Okay.
And yeah, I think it's really, really brave of her to be doing this. She's kind of like going against what the norms, you know, are. No idea what's gonna happen.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen any, not too many lah. Like I've seen viral videos, but once in a while. But it's not quite a norm for the woman to propose
right.
first.
Nobody that I know in my personal life,
same
for sure.
here. And sometimes I wonder, I mean, my friends do ask me this, hey Maggie, you okay if you propose first? And I'm like, honestly, I don't know what to say because as a woman, I also want to be proposed to.
Yeah.
Like I want the guy to be kneeling down in front of me and I say yes, but do I want to kneel? I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know if it's a society thing or I think innately women just like to be taken care of, I guess.
Yes. What about the ring, for example? I'm curious, like, did she go and size the ring herself? And like, how does it work, you know?
Maybe she doesn't actually have a ring yet. Maybe it's like a toy ring and maybe
that would be super romantic.
Yeah, I think
That's
it's so
sweet.
cool. Like, I don't know. Personally, I don't need a diamond ring. I think the marriage is more important than the wedding itself. The wedding is a day to celebrate, sure. But I want to celebrate every day with this person.
Wow.
I don't need an extravagant... I'm not married yet, by the way. Just saying, like, ideal, right? Ideally, growing up, I've always wanted a very grand proposal, wedding.
Yes, the fairy tale.
Fairy tale, I think every girl's dream, right? But the older I am, the more relationship I experience, I realized that the relationship itself is more important, not what we show others.
So true.
Know, right?
So true.
And but the thing is, like these days with social media, people like to flaunt. The bigger, the better. The more, the better.
Yeah, especially you see all of these celebrities and stuff. They have like the most grandest weddings. But, you know, I just want to go and elope in a random island and just get married on the beach. Something really simple.
Oh my gosh.
But at the same time, I do want to be able to give that fairy tale.
For her.
Yeah, for her.
I think that's absolutely beautiful. So can you talk to us about your proposal? How did it happen? How do you feel? Did she know? Did she see it coming? Sorry, so many questions. Okay.
She didn't see it coming until the actual day itself.
Okay.
And this is a really crazy story, which I've kind of wiped from my memory because it's so crazy. But
do you mind reliving it for us?
Let's do it. Let's do it, shall we? So I had kind of like booked out this restaurant in this like outdoor patio, and it's by the water.
Okay. And we're still in Singapore.
We're still in Singapore, yes.
Singapore.
And I had my friends kind of like set up, hiding in the corners. And I had my guitar hiding behind the wall.
Okay.
And this was my friend's restaurant, so we had time and we had space, and I'm really thankful for her. Shout out Amelia.
Shout out Amelia.
And my girlfriend at the time, her phone was on the table and it was facing up, right?
I don't know why I'm laughing, but yes.
And I'm already nervous. We're already like it's getting to dessert, you know, and dessert is the moment, right?
Okay.
And her phone lights up and it's a message from her mom. Yeah. And just 2 days before, I had shown her mom a picture of the ring.
So you asked for a blessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Rather late, 2 days before the actual proposal. But you know, I showed her the ring. I asked, and she said okay, but she had the picture, right?
Oh my God.
And
this is like, my heart is dropping. Okay.
Oh man. And I saw my girlfriend like open the phone, and she looked at it and she put it down a lot faster than she normally would. And I'm like, okay, wait, this is bad. This is really, really bad.
But you have no idea what it was at the time.
I only knew it was a message from her mom because I saw the name kind of pop up.
Okay.
And I looked in her eyes and I can read her already. We've been together so long that I know that something is up.
Oh.
And I'm like, I looked at her, I'm like, don't tell me. Don't tell me. and yeah, it turns out the mom had sent her the picture of the ring.
No. Okay, okay.
And said, wow, it's very nice. Yeah, it's a very big, nice. And then she had to reply her mom, I don't think you were supposed to tell me.
Aww.
And then the mom was like, oh, I'm sorry. Please don't tell him. Oh, man.
So it's like a surprise inception.
Yeah.
Okay. And then? Oh my gosh.
But it's okay. She mentioned to me that she didn't take a good look at the ring.
Okay, she
picture.
just... Okay.
Don't know if that's true till this day. But yeah, she... Thankfully, like after that, I whip out my guitar. I'm like, okay, we're gonna do this right now. I might as well do it now.
Don't need to wait for the dessert to finish.
Yeah. And I sing her this song, "Life with You," and after that, the ring is behind the guitar, like stuck with a piece of glue, and I just do it, and thankfully, she says yes.
Oh, I mean, there is a happy ending to it.
Yeah.
But that was so crazy. My heart dropped multiple times. Oh my gosh. So the rule of, I mean, the learning lessons here is
don't
tell them to not say anything until we say something.
Yeah.
Right?
I think that's the move.
Yeah, I think don't just tell them, but okay, by the way, do not say a word until you hear from us.
Right. Better safe than sorry. That's the lesson.
Yeah, but I think they're also just excited, like the parents. So I think it's nobody's fault.
And that's why I'm really thankful as well, because just being able to get her mom's blessing, it wasn't something that came easy. Oh. Because she's from a traditional Chinese family. Although she's from America, it's like ABC, and she still has those traditions. And at first, her mom was kind of having a rough time that I was a musician. She wants me to be what? Yeah,
a businessman, lawyer, doctor.
And it took me a long time to convince her, but also show her that, hey, like I'm actually doing all right, you know, like this is my passion, this is my life, and I can make a living from doing this, and I can make her happy, hopefully. And just getting her blessing and seeing her excited, that was enough for me.
Yeah, I think the fact that she was so excited to talk to her daughter and like, oh, the ring's so nice. I think it's cute, you know.
So I wasn't mad.
Yeah. I think in retrospect, I think it's all part of the experience. I think it's cute. I think it's so cute. Oh, so nice.
So what's your like dream? Like what kind of proposal do you want? Do you want it to be something that is in public, in private?
Funny story. I think I used to dream about what's the word where people randomly start dancing?
Flash mob.
By the way, it's no longer a dream, but I think when I was 18, so I followed this guy. I don't know, do you even know Justin Baldoni?
Sounds familiar.
If you guys know who he is, he did a flash mob proposal, and it was at the time like a thing, and then he broke into Bruno Mars song, what Marry Me song, and then it was so cute. And so at the time I'm like, oh my god, I want my proposal to be like that. But like now at this age and at this time, no, please don't flash mob. Please don't flash mob me. I think that's not my style anymore. But no, I've not thought about it.
Okay. I think the flash mob would still work.
Really?
I think deep down...
So embarrassing.
I feel like there's a couple of percent, like 10% in her that still wants that flash mob, you know?
He see through me. But no, I think that was something a funny thing that I used to have. He released doves and everything. Like, it was a whole spectacle. Guys, you need to go watch it. I think it was very viral at one point. Justin Baldoni's proposal to his wife. He even because he's a director / actor. So he even had like a whole movie made out of the proposal. Like he's part of the proposal and the movie that she is watching. So by the time she reaches the end of the proposal video, he arrives at the cafe with her or something like that.
Do you guys notice how well she knows the details? She knows. She knows his name. She knows what happened. Okay. The hints are out.
I was very into it. But anyway, like I think at the moment, no, I don't have an answer to that question. I think perhaps ideally, actually, I just want at least recorded. Do you have it recorded, your one?
I do.
I think a lot of women these days, they like it recorded. Because for me, I feel like visual is very important. You can watch it back. So please record. However, it could be intimate. I think intimate, just one-on-one is fine. But I think what I know I want is to have it recorded.
Okay.
I
like
think that's
this.
important.
So down to earth, like not
But
a
no
lot
need
of...
high production. Can be like a hidden camera, GoPro somewhere. I think as long as the emotion is captured, I think that's something I want to keep forever. Even if it's blurry from far, but like the emotion, I think it's so important.
Wow, I can't wait to see what happens.
You wait longer lah. Wait for your wedding first. I know what it feels like going to the gym and feel completely clueless and intimidated. I was once there. That's why I started Motion Lab. We're a fitness studio that focuses on small group classes and personal training. Our goal is simple, to help you move better so you can live better. Start your first class for only 49 ringgit today. For more info, go to www.motionlab.live or check us out on IG at motionlabmy. It's motionlabmy. Proposals aside, before you propose, you gotta know if the person is the one. How do you know she's the one? I've never experienced it before, so I'm asking you because clearly you found the one.
But you seem like a person who loves love.
I do.
Head over heels.
I know, I do. I really love love. I love love. So yeah, I think it is a feeling that I feel like up till today. I don't want to say I'm seeking for it. Like I wonder about it. How does it feel like meeting the one?
Wow.
What was it like for you?
I think I found out in a very strange way.
Okay.
So things were just going really well musically, you know, and I had the opportunity to travel the world and just have all of these amazing experiences. For example, I would go to, actually I found it out in Thailand because Thai food is amazing, right?
Yes.
And they had this whole banquet, this whole spread for me. And when I was supposed to be so happy, I was sad. And I realized I was sad because she wasn't there to experience it as well. And it's crazy. Nobody has ever told me this before, so I don't know if this is good advice to tell other people.
I mean, it's your experience, so.
Yeah. But when you can no longer be happy without the other person, it's I think it's an indicator. Yeah.
Like you... Okay, I'm trying to digest that. Let's process that a little bit.
It's weird because you're not supposed to
rely.
Yeah, you're not supposed to rely on somebody else, and it's all about loving yourself and stuff like that, right? But
at the same time.
But yeah, I didn't want to experience happy moments
without her.
And yeah, without her, and I wanted her to experience those things too. And so that's when I realized, like, okay, it's time to lock it down. It's time to bring her end our long distance relationship. Yeah.
Wait, so where is she based?
She was in the States. She was in LA.
Oh.
And I was like touring all around Asia, and I just wanted her with me. I was like, life is short.
Okay. Why
should we be spending time apart?
So is she in Singapore now?
Yeah, I've managed to import her.
Yay!
And it's let's see what happens. You never know where life takes you. Like
Mr. Lullaboy.
yeah, Lullaboy.
Lullaboy! Oh, you even got a name for her. No, wait, I didn't know you guys were in a long distance relationship. What is that like? Because I'm asking because I get a lot of listeners writing in asking for advice on, you know, how do you maintain a long distance relationship? Because at some point it does get hard and it gets difficult because you guys are so far apart. You don't have that physical touch, the physical intimacy, and you really just rely on text, on words, on FaceTiming, which is just not the same. So how did you get past that?
It's really hard. I don't know how our grandparents did it.
Oh.
It's just mind-boggling to me how they can just write letters to each other like once a month. That's unbelievable. But I think one thing that really helps is having the same morals. and being in the same phase of life. So for example, if I was in Singapore and she's in America and she's just in love with partying every day and I'm just at home, I would feel that kind of disconnect and I would be worried and just feel like we're in different phases in our life. But thankfully for me too, like I'm not like a huge like party person, you know, and so we never really made each other jealous, and it was just always spending that quality time online
together.
Yeah, because we're both like kind of homebodies.
Okay,
it helps a lot.
So that works out. Imagine she's like you love partying, but she's a homebody. I think then that would be hard.
Yeah, so I feel like it's important to be similar types of people. It helps. It helps.
I think that applies to non-LDR relationships too. Like even if you're together in the same space, in the same state, in the same neighborhood, where one person likes to party all the time and the other person who just wants to stay home, eventually they will form a disconnect.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's so true.
So values at the end of the day is the most important, right?
Having the same values.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of want to go back to your song. I'm not over it yet. So yeah, so we were talking about his proposal and the proposal song Live With You. I went through your Instagram. I did a bit of a stalking and I saw the music video and there's a story behind the music video.
Yes.
For our friends or listeners who haven't actually checked it out, guys, please check it out after this. Can you tell us about, there's this little note that you wrote in your carousel post about the music video. Like, do you mind sharing it with us?
Yeah. So this music video, we wanted to like do a twist.
Yeah.
And a lot of people weren't happy about this video. A lot of people were just, because the song is so beautiful and romantic.
Yeah.
But the end of the music video, spoiler alert, I can't say it's a really happy ending.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that was a conscious choice because we didn't want just like your typical like just love story, you know? Like people have seen that like a million times.
It's true.
But sometimes real life doesn't always work out that way. And at the end of the video, so the music video is like me and I have this almost like this best friend. And
is it Bay?
Yeah, you know.
Bay, shout out to Bay. Yeah, we love her.
Shout out. She was amazing. It was so
Yeah.
great to shoot with
Yeah.
her. She's so professional and
Yeah.
I think we became really good friends after shooting that
Amazing.
day. And yeah, I think people in the video thought that I'm like gonna be proposing to her and stuff, but actually I'm just the best friend who's like there the whole time, and it ends up with me watching her get married to somebody else.
Oh.
So a lot of people weren't happy about that.
I'm
and
angry now.
I'm so
I'm angry.
Oh man, I'm still sorry to everybody, but there is a little glimpse of hope, because at the end, when the whole crowd kind of fades away and everybody leaves, there's still me, and then there's this like shining light, kind of like that one right there.
Oh.
And just looking up at the light I wanted to represent that there's still hope, and that although this is not how my story ends, maybe my story is just beginning.
Wow. I mean, it's true. Some relationship, as much as everyone loves it, they don't always work out.
Mm.
And it's sad now. But I guess, like you say, perhaps it's the beginning of a new story.
Yeah. Everything happens for a reason, I feel. And sometimes a door closes so that another one can open.
I know you are currently engaged, but may we get into some of your heartbreaks?
Sure.
Ask consent first, okay? Later the fiance not happy, okay? Yeah, what was your biggest heartbreak and what was that like? Because I feel like I'm asking this because so much of your songs are inspired by love.
Yeah.
So I'm curious about your love stories. We're not going to name names. We're just talking about the emotion, the experience.
Yeah. Wow. There have been so many.
Really?
Sadly.
Sorry, I'm laughing, but me too. Because me too. Okay, yeah,
it's okay,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
okay. All of those heartbreaks have made us who we are today.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, I don't regret anything that's happened in the past. I think that I've learned so much, and hopefully those partners of mine have also learned a lot as well. It really changes. Like that first one when I was 13.
Okay. You still remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah. Oh man, those
the
are
way you talk about it, I feel like
those
it was
traumatizing. It was childhood, you know. But it was my best friend who had kind of stolen my girlfriend. And,
that's the worst.
Oh man, I didn't think it would happen to me, but it did.
At 13 though.
At 13,
it's kind of funny to think back, right? But
that's what helped kind of shaped what kind of music I liked, because that's when like emo music was popping.
Right.
Yeah. So I was
so you became an emo kid.
Yeah, all the emo ballads. I became super emo. I had the swooping hair.
Really?
Yeah.
You need to send us a photo of that.
Yeah. Oh shoot. It's up there somewhere.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm still really good friends with the guy.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Because I realized after so many years how silly I was to be upset.
Yeah.
No longer speaking to the girl, but but the guy and I are we're bros. Yeah, we're tight.
Okay, you know what they say? Bros before HOH, hosts.
Oh,
oh, jeez. Okay. Sorry, I had to. I've been waiting to use this. What do you call it? What do you call it? Analogy? No. Acronym. I've been waiting to drop this acronym in that context. I did it today.
So good.
Wow. Bros before hoes. Only took us 4 seasons, guys. That's all.
Wow.
Anyway, sorry, distracted. But yeah, heartbreaks are hard.
Yeah, the more mature ones happen throughout the years, you know, and that 13-year-old one is like one of the silly ones.
Yeah, that you can laugh about.
Yeah,
you think back.
Yeah,
but there are some that just
especially like long-term relationships.
Yeah, for sure.
I think when they end, it always kind of like takes a part of you, but at the same time, it leaves a space to be filled with something new. That's what I hope happens for everybody.
Yeah. I've been getting a lot of listeners writing in that, you know, they actually left a long-term relationship. And I'm talking about 6, 7, 8 years. Yeah. And sometimes I don't know what to tell them. You know, it's hard. Like, I don't have a song. I don't write songs. Like, sometimes when they come to you, I'm sure you get that too. What do you tell them?
It happens more often than we would like to admit. Yeah, a lot of our friends, they would be in such long-term relationships, broken engagements, and you never think that it happens, but then as you grow up, you realize that, oh shoot, this is the real world. Unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know. For those people, I just want to say, just open up your heart and allow something new to come in, because you never know. Something more amazing is right around the corner. I think a lot of people feel like their lives are over, and like, how are we supposed to move on from this? But it really does happen, and in hindsight, you'll be thankful. Yeah. And hopefully they will also have the happy ending like you do with your fiance. Congratulations, really. I'm so happy for you. I hate to ask this because I'm sure you get this a lot, but when is the wedding? Yeah, I'm scared of that process. We were talking about it just now, like that fairy tale grand thing. I want to be able to do that, but the planning, like I heard it takes a long time and it's tough. Yeah. So as a man in a relationship, like how much pressure are you holding on right now? Like how does it, I've not actually talked to anyone who is like newly engaged and planning for a wedding, like on the podcast. So like, I'm curious, how much work do you need to start doing? Is it harder than writing music? I think it's harder. I think it's definitely harder because music comes naturally, but this is like I want her to have an experience that she'll remember for the rest of her life. Aww. And make sure it's documented. Yes. No, seriously. Yeah, but the planning part is going to be tough, and it needs to start now. I heard it takes 1 year. I have no idea. I have friends who are like, take 2 years. Wow.
Only because by the time it's a year, they're like, actually, no, wait, I need more time.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's. I haven't thought that far.
Okay, you know what? I don't want to stress you out, so let's not talk about that. I feel like he's like so stressed out about it right now already. But
the pressure is real.
yeah, it's
She's
so
right.
real. It's so
like,
real.
I want to do it, you know, but I don't know where to start. I just need some help.
But you know what? At the same time, I feel like don't let it stress you out because she's yours.
Wow.
You're hers.
Wow.
That day is just gonna be a day they remember forever. Yes, but you've got a lifetime together.
That's true. That's true.
So don't stress yourself out. If you want, you can do another 10-year anniversary, another wedding. Well, why not? A lot of people do that. Did you see Donnie Yan recently?
I saw Donnie Yan and
the wife.
okay, what
They
happened?
celebrated their 25th wedding anniversary or something. Yeah, with their kids.
Oh man,
I think that's so cute.
I got quite scared when you mentioned his name because I just saw him in person a few months ago, and it was at this festival and his daughter was performing.
Oh.
And nobody knew that he was there. He was wearing a hat, but I knew he was there.
Oh.
And I'm scared because I was standing right there, and I got a tap on my shoulder, and it was his wife, and she was like, "Can you move?"
Oh my god.
I was blocking Donnie Yan from watching the performance, and I was so scared he was gonna Wing Chun punch me. And yeah, thankfully he was nice about it, and I just like scurried away. Yeah. So
No.
I'm
Oh
scared.
my gosh.
I'm still afraid of Mr. Yan. Please.
If
I'm
you're
sorry.
listening to this, I mean, I would want to be tapped on the shoulder and asked to be moved away because I'm blocking Donnie Yan. I would want to experience that. What the hell?
Oh man, yeah. But his daughter was amazing, Jasmine.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
really killed it. Yeah.
Amazing. Anyway, yeah, so funny I brought him up then. Oh gosh. So, Bernard, earlier we talked about love and everything. But I feel like right now you're really on that rising trajectory towards that big, big dream that you've been working towards. I feel like I love it because I get to have this conversation with you right now at this point of your life. Because in the next 365 days, Lullaboy will be known by way more people. You'll be at a different level. So like right now, how does it feel to have your music recognized and getting millions of streams and from the days where, like you said, you only had 30 subscribers, like that rise to fame, like I feel like you're experiencing it right now.
Oh, thank you, Maggie. I'm gonna get emotional.
Oh.
Wow, just yeah, it's a crazy feeling. It's something that I've always hoped for. I've always wondered what my purpose is in this world, and will I be able to kind of like leave this world a better place? And thankfully, just from like a single DM saying that your song has helped me, your song has healed me in this way. It reminds me like what I'm here for, and I'm just thankful for the opportunity. You know, I don't really like calling them fans,
What do you
so
call
I
them?
call them fam.
Fam, that's right. You're
yeah.
a fam.
And because we're like there for each other, you know. I think some musicians will say that, oh, I make music to heal others. And the truth is that I'm not really like that. I'm half-half because sometimes I release music to heal myself too. And to know that somebody out there can connect with this song that means that it's like from my heart, it just shows that I'm not alone, and hopefully they know that they're not alone as well. So it's really this like give and take, and we form this community, so it really does feel like family in a way. But just to be able to keep releasing music and doing this on a bigger and bigger scale, like that's my dream.
And you're really getting there. This year you're playing for Sonic Bang.
Yeah,
Bangkok?
we did festivals this year. I
Yeah.
did Sonic Bang. I did Good Vibes as
Yeah.
well. I was one of the fortunate few.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
Dude.
I was there
You were there?
on first day. Oh, so angry, I tell you. That
So
guy,
you saw the whole thing go
everything.
down.
I saw it happening, and literally, if you guys know, you know lah, okay?
Yeah.
Can we talk about it? Is it that will we get into trouble? No, I don't think so. It's viral anyway.
We can talk about
We
it.
can talk about it. I was so angry
I know.
because I was looking forward to day 2, but you played it on day 1.
Yeah,
What
day
time
2
was-
and day 3 getting cancelled was just such
So
a...
sad.
It was so shocking. Like,
I'm sure you have friends that are supposed to play who are supposed to
yeah,
play.
yeah. A lot
I
of local musicians, you know, like that sadly had to like cancel their sets, and I felt so bad for them because I was one of the few to... I think I was like the second performer of the whole festival on day 1.
Wow, lucky you.
Yeah, I'm really fortunate.
It was
but
so nice, right?
it was amazing. It was
Honestly, this
amazing,
year they
yeah.
did such a fantastic job.
That's why it got cut way too short, and
Too short. I wish his act was on the last day and the last act. Hey.
gosh. I had friends as well, family flying in just to
Yeah.
watch. So thankfully I had the chance to do my thing, because if not, they would have flown in for nothing. But yeah, shout out to my local artist friends who didn't get that shot. I really hope that, you know, next year something big will happen and they get
Hope
a chance to show what they got.
I mean, the music scene in Malaysia, sometimes it's so unfortunate because we have so much restrictions, right? And for this to happen to Good Vibes, one of our biggest, honestly, as a festival goer, I'm heartbroken for the organizers.
Yeah.
I mean, they worked so hard. I think it was their 10th anniversary.
10th anniversary,
Yeah,
yeah.
I went to all 10, you know. I've not stopped. The first one ever, I think I remember it was in Sepang. Was it Ellie Goulding performing? I remember because I was in radio, so like I got free pass. I'm like, okay, let's see what this Good Vibes thing all about. And I see it grow bigger and bigger year after year. And on their biggest year yet, the best year yet, like in my opinion, I love the layout. This was it this year? Sorry, it felt like yesterday, last year. This year, right?
It was just this
the
year.
The layout was one of the best, I feel. We had that huge Ferris wheel, such a beautiful view to like watch the performers and still listen to the music and be part of the festival. But sad. Anyway, I'm glad.
I went up there, up
Oh,
the Ferris
yeah,
wheel,
so
and I
nice.
saw the whole place.
What
It
a
was so
dream.
beautiful.
Exactly.
And, I feel bad for the food vendors as well.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine they had to buy all the stocks of food.
Yeah,
And
but I think the people came together that weekend. They managed to still sell out the ingredients that were supposed to be used for day 2 and day
Beautiful.
3. I think that's the thing about the Malaysian spirit, right? Like we really come together when we need that help. I think that's
what I noticed.
that's what I'm so proud about being a Malaysian. There are people we cannot rely on. I'm not going to mention who, you know, but when we come together, we make shit happen. Let me tell you that.
whoa.
Yeah.
That's why I saw everybody band together. And
Yes.
and just, it was so inspiring.
Yeah, they had pop-ups all over KL, like all the vendors that were supposed to be at GVF. They had random pop-ups and everyone went to support. And they sold out.
Oh my gosh.
So thank goodness.
There was a private party that night where all of the musicians, the artists, like came together.
Really?
And just everybody was saying, everything's gonna be okay, guys. We're still in this together. Let's just have fun tonight and wait for a new day tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, Malaysian music industry is amazing.
Yeah. We just aren't given the right platform to really propel the talents further, unfortunately. But I hope in the years to come, they will be able to, you know, I mean, look at Yuna, our pride. I mean, we love her and so many others, so many talented musicians. But of course, today we're talking about you, Lullaboy. So what's next for you? I've got some fan question asking if you're going to be doing a tour.
Yeah, well, the 2 times that I've performed in Malaysia, the first one was like this private showcase, and it was such a nice chance to get to know some of the fans intimately, and it was like an acoustic set, and it was so beautiful. And then the next time was Good Vibes.
Yes.
So I'm planning that the 3rd time will be something big, and we'll actually get to have like a nice concert. Maybe I can even invite some friends up on stage too, and just
Perform together.
yeah, so that's one of my goals for
wow.
for 2024. Oh, crazy to
Amazing.
say, yeah.
I know. I feel like I'm still stuck in 2020 because COVID like took away 2 years of our lives.
yeah. That's why I always say like we're 2 years younger than we actually are.
Same. So I'm still in my 20s, guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, a concert
Yeah.
eventually.
I would love to do performances and just do more festivals next year. And I have more songs to release. There's a lot of songs that are in the works.
Love songs?
Love songs, different shades of love, always.
Wow. Okay.
And
we need a breakup song.
Yeah.
It's like breakup season for a lot of people.
There's been I've been getting some fan requests saying like, when are you gonna release a sad song? Like, oh, I have them. Don't worry, you know.
Is it hard to come up with a sad love song? Because you need to really get into it.
Yeah. For me, I wrote a lot of those songs in the tough moments.
Right. So it's like in your bank.
It's in my bank, yeah. And writing songs is kind of like taking a photograph for me.
Oh.
So where you would look at old photos, sometimes I would just listen to my old demos and it'll take me back to those times, and those songs will always be there. And I feel like it's time to release them now and share them with the world. There are other ways though that sad songs can come out, and the one that I'm really like, I've been dying for this song to be released is it's about the story that my fiance told me about her ex and her relationship. And so I wrote it from her perspective. And so sometimes sad songs don't necessarily have to be my own experiences, but I hope that they can help other people.
I think we're coming to a close, are we? Wow. I mean, time flew by just like that. So fast.
I'm sad.
I know. Don't worry, we'll hang out later tonight.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So context. Tonight there's a party that I'm hosting, and he will be there with the team. So we'll be partying tonight. But right now, I always end the podcast with three questions.
Okay.
Okay. The first question is, what are you currently head over heels for?
Ooh, that's such a good question.
But a hard one for a lot of people.
What am I head over heels for? I really like this restaurant called Oriental.
I knew it.
And my team is gonna kill me because I always request for it.
Wait, what do they like? Chinese food?
They have it every Oriental coffee.
Oh, you know what? I can never get there because the queue is always so long.
Yeah, they have the egg tarts, and they have the whole menu is just all Malaysian food. And so I've been traveling so much. I've been to recently Phuket, Taiwan, and Singapore, Indonesia, that I'm just waiting for so long for good Malaysian food. So that's what I'm head over heels for.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so funny because like a lot of our guests, sometimes either they go with food or they go with something really deep. Ooh. But anyway, I love that today yours is food. I love it. The next one. What's the best or worst advice you've ever received?
The best advice that I've received is be ready for when it's your turn. I think that everybody in life gets opportunities to shine and to take that shot. But if you're not ready, then the opportunity is just going to pass you by. So if we're just prepared for anything, someday something's going to click.
Love that.
So have faith, keep believing, and watch what happens.
Love that. You're going to have to replay that and digest that. Last one. 3 words or sentences to describe your life right now. Easy but tough.
Okay, the reason why it's tough is because I realize I'm in a midlife crisis.
Huh?
So I just turned 28.
Okay.
And there's like this period between 25 and 30, which is 27.5, right, guys? We're mathing.
Yes.
And so I was 27.5 and I was like, why am I being so emo and having all these introspective thoughts, right? I realized, it's because I'm turning 28. And now I'm in the second half of the midlife crisis. So let's do that. My 3 words, no, that doesn't make sense. Mid.
Mid-crisis.
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 Oh, yeah.
But all I'm going to say is, I think I experienced that as well. But as soon as I turned 30, but that transition from 29.9 to 30 was scary as hell. Like, I was freaking the hell out. 29.9, that final hour before your birthday when you turn 30. But I tell you, your 30s will be the best years of your life.
Oh, that is super inspiring to hear. Wow.
I'll tell you that much. Only if you worked hard in your 20s. But if in your 20s you've been slacking there, I cannot apply that to you. So you know if you've actually been putting in the work. In your 30s is when you really see the fruits of your labor.
Is it because you know yourself better and like
absolutely
you're more free in a way?
Also because I guess, you have some spending power finally. We're no longer like 19 or 21 where I'm broke as hell all the time. That's one. Second of all, you have more clarity in life because in your 20s is when, I talk like I'm old, very old, but I'm still in my very early 30s. 31, don't worry guys, I'm not old. But anyway, honestly, having said that, sometimes I still struggle about being in my 30s because I feel like in society, it's deemed old. Like, oh my gosh, you're expiring soon. So I do have that fear at the back of my head, but I'm trying to really break that away and own my age as I grow. Makes sense. But that 29.9, I can't wait for you to experience it.
I really needed this because of the state that I'm in right now, this whole reflective state. Yeah. So thank you for that encouragement.
Yeah, 27.5, 29.9. Wait for it.
It's coming. It's coming. But that's the thing. Like we all have to grow old, which sucks. Yeah. But we never have to grow up.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the whole reasons why I decided to be Lullaboy.
I love it.
It's just to always maintain that hopeful kind of attitude, that outlook towards love and life.
Yeah.
To just never forget what it's like to be a kid.
Did it come from the word lullaby?
Yeah, like Lullaby Boy.
That we listened to when we were a kid.
Yeah. And it gives you comfort, it gives you some sense of belonging when you're a kid. And I hope that people will always feel that way from my music, from all the work that you do. Yeah. It's amazing podcast and everything else.
Thank
you. Never forget that it's okay to not grow up.
Yeah, I don't have to grow up. I don't want to grow up ever. But anyway, I guess, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys had fun getting to know Lullaboy, Bernard Dinata. I love your real name though.
Oh, is it? You don't think it sounds like an old man?
No, it's like classic, classy. So nice. Yeah.
She knows the right words to say. Wow, thank you so much.
No, of course. But yeah, thanks for coming all the way here straight from the airport. I'm sure you're really tired, so have some rest after this. But yeah, for those of you listening, I hope you guys can go check out his music because trust me, you're gonna love it. It's been on repeat on my Spotify list, and don't forget to fall head over heels for yourself first and always. And we'll see you guys next time. I know what it feels like going to the gym and feel completely clueless and intimidated. I was once there. That's why I started Motion Lab. We're a fitness studio that focuses on small group classes and personal training. Our goal is simple, to help you move better so you can live better. Start your first class for only 49 ringgit today. For more info, go to www.motionlab.live or check us out on IG at motionlabmy. It's Motion Lab MY.